Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today's video is about Psychology Standard Level, a course offered here at NES Vidhigorna as part of the IB curriculum. You'll learn about content, assessments, and some helpful tips to survive the course. Whether you're deciding what courses to take or looking for more information or study tips, stay tuned to find out. So, what can you expect from this course? Here is a list of topics that are covered in the course. The main themes are biological, cognitive, and social influence, which are all assessed in Paper 1. There is also an optional unit in SL which is chosen, like human relationships, abnormal psychology, or health. Here is what is taught for the human relationships unit. Feel free to pause the video to see if any of these topics interest you. As for the assessment structure, this course includes the following. Paper 1, which is an external exam and worth 50% of your grade. Section A, 3 short answer questions, also known as SAQs, one from each approach, biological, cognitive, and sociocultural. Section B, 1 extended response question from one of the 3 approaches. For Paper 2, an external exam worth 25% of your grade. 1 extended response question from the optional topic studied in class. For the IA, the internal assessment, which is worth 25% of your grade, you will produce a replication of a published psychology experiment. Students write a scientific report of 2,200 words. Now, for the fun part, some tips and tricks to help you succeed in this course. Psychology as a subject requires a lot of memorization of content, especially of studies and theories, which can be quite overwhelming. Instead of memorizing them individually, you can group them by themes of topics, as multiple subtopics can use the same study. When writing ERQs, practice using a recommended structure to stay on task and focus directly on what the study is trying to show. This course doesn't include a lot of thinking, but rather memorization. Practicing writing your SAQs and ERQs beforehand is a certain structure can help with remembering during the actual exams. Also, pay attention to what the question is asking, as it could ask for a number of things, such as discuss, evaluate, or contrast. There are many helpful websites that can help with information, such as Revision Village, Revision Dojo, Gizmo, Save My Exams, and IB Docs. These places can simplify information or present them in a more perceivable way. Also be sure to use past exam papers to practice, as this is going to be the most similar to the actual exam. Specifically for the AI, try to spread out the time of writing the essays so you don't procrastinate and have to rush it. Getting your IA out of the way is a relieving feeling, and having a good time management is an important skill for this course. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask your teacher or classmates for help if you need. Make sure to put effort into class throughout the entire course because this will help you in the long run. Here is a quick interview with a teacher here at NES Vidhigorna who answers some questions about the course.
Go.
Hello, who am I with?
Kate. Hi.
What subject do you teach?
I teach psychology and English B. But you're going to be asking me about psychology today.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a few questions. So what kind of students would you recommend the psychology course to?
Everybody. I think that psychology is something that helps us to understand better why people behave the way that they do, and obviously if you are contemplating studying psychology at university after school, it's a very good kind of basis for you to have. The school course, we cover really interesting topics, and yeah, it helps you to have empathy and sympathy for people and to understand kind of criminal behavior and why people behave the way that they do.
And what skills do you think are important for students to succeed in this course?
I think you have to be committed, and students who work conscientiously from the beginning are the ones that generally will do well. It's also, if you maybe your first year you didn't get the grades that you want, and suddenly from the beginning of second year you think, I'm really going to put in a lot of effort. It's not too late then. But you need to be able to study. There's a lot of material to cover, a lot of information that you have to retain for the tests. The tests are very long worded answers, so you have to have some kind of ability there to be able to memorize well.
Yeah. Which working fields can you go into if you study psychology?
You could study psychology and become a therapist. You could become a researcher and be involved in psychological research. You could become a psychometrist, doing psychometric testing, things like testing for ADD, or dyslexia, things like that. You could also do work in HR, human resources for companies. I also know somebody who is a therapist, but he creates his own psychometric tests. So there's such a wide array of things that you can do.
Yeah. And what is your favorite psychology subtopic that is taught in this class?
A favorite. I really like culture, the culture of honor, because I think it's a really interesting kind of cultural practice. Also, I like neurotransmitters with serotonin. Yeah, off the top of my head, probably those two are ones that are really interesting and I enjoy.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
This brings an end to our video. We hope it provided you with some more clarity on the subject and hopefully it compels you to want to take the course. Feel free to drop a comment if you have any more questions. Check out our channel, like and subscribe to see similar videos on other subjects offered here with the IB. Thanks for your time and hope you enjoyed.